What the f*** are you doing here? How'd you get the keys?
I'm a cop, you idiot. It's my job. So, heard you like reviewing shitty cars.
What's with you and your penchant for these junks?
I got it cheap.
Let's take a look.
Okay.
Wow. You're a cop now?
I'm Officer Tommy Obania, Chicago Police Force. And this is a 2007 Crown Vic P71 police package. So why would I buy this car instead of just a regular Crown Victoria? Well, you have heavy duty everything on this car. You got alternator heavy duty, you got radiator heavy duty, you have oil coolers for the trans and the power steering. Throttle body's larger, so you have more power. I don't know, I love this car. I love being in it 12 hours a day. It's comfortable, it's reliable, and your family should have one just like my family does. Now that is a comfortable interior. Plenty of room, even with the helmet on, no problem. If your family's a little larger, like my aunts and uncles from eating all the spaghetti, this is the perfect car for them. Plenty of interior space. You have an AM/FM CD player. Heat, air conditioning. The air conditioning works perfect. What else can I say about this? These seats are great, comfortable. No bolsters at all, nothing. Nothing to get in the way, you have fat thighs. I love this car. Holy cow, that's a lot of interior room. This is beautiful. Vinyl seats for your criminals or children or both. Let them puke, shit, blood, whatever they want to do back here. Cleans up with a wet rag. These fucking kids.
Big apology to BendPak for putting this piece of shit on the lift. I have to say, why would anybody buy this? Why would anybody, including yourself, buy this, given how many miles are on it?
175,000.
How much did you buy this for?
$1,300.
Why?
Because it's a performance vehicle. It's a high performance vehicle. Everything on it is designed for durability, longevity. Yes, it's not it's not German engineered Autobahn quality, but it is a large full frame rear wheel drive performance vehicle. So if this was 1980, this thing would be top of the line, best car out there.
But it's not 1980.
But it's not 1980.
Okay, I get it. There's not a lot of full frame cars, really, any. I don't think there's any full frame cars left.
Full size.
Well, like this.
Full size, V8,
right.
Full frame. It's a very easy to maintain vehicle. And that's proven. There's not a single leak on this car. Well, maybe the trans is seeping a little, but with regular oil changes, which you know this thing's had because it was fleet maintained, this thing could go 250,000 miles, no problem. I know.
I just look at this and I remember driving the old Grand Marquis, the Crown Vics, and they were just, yes, they were super comfortable. They were super comfortable, super roomy. I mean, it's exactly what you would expect, but I would not consider this in any way, shape, or form high performance. Maybe durable, rugged.
Compared to the regular Crown Vic.
Okay.
This has upgraded shocks, springs, sway bars, tires are wider. What else? Everything is for performance.
At its time.
And it's reliable. And you can fit your family in the back.
All right, we won't debate this. Let's Let's take a look towards the middle of the car. Let's take a look towards the front of the car. You can tell me more. Maybe you'll convince me by the end of this why I should just take it off your hands for $50.
All right.
Should be wearing safety glasses under here. I feel like there's going to be rust in my eyes. So what's so special? What's so high performance about the front of this?
High performance.
You said dampers and springs are probably different?
Springs and, yeah,
What
shocks.
about sway bars?
Dampers, what the
Is there even a sway bar on here that's not rotted off?
There's a sway bar, and it's
Oh, it's huge.
monstrous, solid, not hollow. These are struts,
That looks like
technically.
a 32 millimeter bar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's serious. I mean, these things really do handle well for a giant vehicle.
Oh.
If you would notice, there's no oil leaking from the oil pan. That's what happens when you change the oil like you're supposed to.
How many times was that oil pan replaced or the gasket replaced on
I
it?
doubt it has been.
Probably about 700 times.
Looks
This car does it really, honestly, for how many miles it is and how old it is, it really looks pretty good.
And constant running. It ran constantly. When these things, when the cops are using them, they're on all the time.
And this is a Midwest car, and it's not totally rotted out.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't look like any parts of the frame have been replaced. Maybe this subframe piece could have been replaced, but
It's decent.
yeah, I mean, you could get it on the rack. It's not like you're worried about. There's plenty of places.
Split.
Yeah, the car's not going to split in half. So I guess really, honestly, dude, would somebody buy this? Why? Who would look for this, and why would somebody buy this? I mean, you got all the coolers to worry about leaking, all that shit to deal with here. Is this kind of just like a fun, hey, I got a sleeper, old cop car type thing?
You want to feel like a big man? I'd say this is it. If you're a hillbilly, you're like fucking with people, and you're driving behind them, making them slow down, this is the car. But it's just comfortable to drive, reliable. I'd say it's reliable. I know these 4.6 engines are very reliable, except for the coils and the intake leaks, but that's been done probably.
What about the trans? The trans are solid?
Transes are good. I mean, I used to work on these in fleet management, and 300,000 miles on a lot of them. So.
Now let's take this for a spin.
I don't know. Can you handle this? I mean, it's old.
You're
It's
gonna have
full
to-
size. I'll hold your hand.
I'm sure driving this is the equivalent of taking 3 sleeping pills. Well, Lieutenant, the first thing I can tell you about being behind the wheel of this thing is
The power.
no, I feel like I'm gonna get some type of STD or mites from the
Who
interior of
knows
this thing.
the history?
God, I bet you there's at least 600 to 800 farts that were blown into these seats.
A week.
God, this thing just feels disgusting.
That steering wheel.
How
How many perps were handled with cop hands that then handled that steering wheel?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I feel like I'm just gonna be sick after driving this
I
car.
had nitrile gloves if you wanted them.
I should have worn gloves. So when you get behind the wheel of this, I would have to say that there's a certain amount of heft and weight to it.
High ratio steering, you mean?
No, I mean just the overall feel of the car is very solid feeling. You get a sense of just like you're driving a tank. And I know some of it's the steering, of course, but you just feel it in the chassis. It's very strange.
I feel like I'm ready to go to bed right now. It's such a smooth and comfortable ride.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
It does ride pretty well. I mean, it's not.
I don't know if it's these super spongy
Why
seats.
doesn't this have? Did they have a bench option for this?
Well, this is. I think buckets only come in the police ones because they have to have that f***ing unit thing
yeah,
here.
the center console. I mean, the car feels good, honestly. I'm surprised at how well it rides. I guess it shouldn't. I mean, it's double wishbone, and it's, like you said.
It's an old boat.
Yeah. But, I mean, the steering is horribly indirect. I mean, you don't know which way the car is going to turn when you turn the wheel.
It might have something to do with it's a U-joint steering shaft. So
There's a lot of play in it.
I think they're all rusted up.
I mean, it's funny.
just dough?
It just nothing happens when you turn the steering wheel. I mean, it's kind of like what you expect, right?
I thought it was variable pressure.
The brakes are.
The brakes have some rust on them, okay? The car's been
Some?
sitting. Some.
Let's
They're
take
the upgraded ones.
Yeah, let's take a look at this.
Look at that. 175,000 miles.
How much horsepower does this have?
250 maybe. Oh, do you feel that power? It's an experience driving this thing.
It sounds like you should be going 150 miles an hour, but I'm not going
any. Or a piston's going to come through the dash and kill you.
Right, yeah, that's the phobia I have. I think a Chevy Spark is faster than this thing.
Oh, come on.
It sounds amazing, though. Yeah, I would be on the throttle all the time just to hear the V8.
Just to hear the rods knocking.
Did you change the oil on this? Or is this just...
I'm sure it was done at some point.
Yeah.
I checked it.
Well, I'm not going to hit the gas again. I think that was enough. This thing is so f***ing slow. I can't believe...
I think it's so comfortable you don't realize that you're really going 85 miles an hour.
No, that's not what it is.
It didn't throw you back at all?
No, it didn't throw me back at all. I was just entranced by the sound, and I was waiting for it to blow up.
For something to blow.
Yeah, that's more what it is. I mean, this is just a straight-up cruiser. I can understand why cops kind of like cruising around in these things, but there's nothing to be had in terms of like entertainment value aside from the sound.
What you didn't do is the 40 to 60 times.
Oh, that's the trick.
That might be it. To get it going is kind of hard.
Yeah, so
but if you're moving...
You're moving, right? Yeah, I don't even want to do that because I don't want your $1,300 to send this...
To suddenly be $100 of scrap?
Yeah.
Look at that. Solid.
It doesn't handle bumps very well, but I guess what do you expect from the rear end on this car? It just feels like you just went over a f***ing springboard in the back. No, I'm surprised, honestly. I know I'm making fun of it, but I'm surprised at how solid it feels. I think that's the biggest thing about it.
And this is the louder exhaust for more... They took the resonators out for more power.
Oh,
no, that's what they said.
More power, like...
Out of a hollow resonator.
Well, it's nice that you've gotten this, and it's been passed down from diarrhea and puke and drunks in the back. But you're not keeping this?
No.
When's it going away?
As soon as we're done filming here.
Are you selling it for a profit or what?
Oh, I will sell it for a profit.
Who are you selling it to?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't even have a buyer?
Billy Bob up north.
Oh, Billy Bob's gonna buy this.
Yeah.
I do like the light on the side.
That's what's gonna sell right there.
That's pretty tough.